Hello, and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. Let's step onto the mat, making sure that we have a bottle of water handy, that we're in something comfortable, that moves easily, that's not too bindy, that's not too loose. So just something that feels good to you today. Stepping onto the mat, today we are going to do some upper middle back, lower back, and neck release, a little bit of hips, just because oftentimes tight lower backs and tight hips go hand in hand. And that middle back, really tough place to find some good stretches. And the neck, who doesn't love a good neck stretch? And we have a tendency to hold a lot of tension there too. So I invite you to step on and let's find some release for the back and for the neck. Starting in a seated position that feels right to you. We're just going to take a moment to center ourselves and to get our intentions right in line. As you find that comfortable position, find a place for your hands to rest comfortably. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Nice, big, deep breaths in and out through the nose. We let go of the rest of the world. We allow ourselves to be present right here. We're going to let our breath guide us today. Without judgment, without criticism. Always listening to the messages our body is sending, being kind. Challenging, but always kind. Let's gently open the eyes, take a big breath in, reach to the sky. As you exhale, turn to the right, left hand to the top of the thigh, right hand behind you, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head. Now slowly turn your gaze towards the back of the room. And tuck your chin towards that right collarbone. Pressing that left shoulder down and away. And just a nice long stretch down that left side. Inhale, lift your gaze. Turn back to face front, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, now let's turn to the left. Right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you to the floor. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Really sit up nice and tall. And turn your gaze towards the back of the room. With a little tuck of the chin towards that left collarbone. Just a nice stretch on the right side of the neck. So we're getting the neck and the spine. Inhale, reach to the sky, lift your gaze, turn back to face front. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands, relax the weight of your head. Inhale, circle your hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up nice and tall. Release that right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Crown of the head cross it, or forearm crosses the crown of the head, and then gently pull to the left. Pressing that right palm towards the floor, feeling that long stretch all the way down the right side of your neck. Close your eyes and just breathe. Inhale, extend left arm. Let's switch sides. Right arm up, left arm down. Cross the crown of the head with the forearm and gently pull to the right. Relaxing the weight of that right hand. Now press that left palm towards the floor. As that shoulder depresses down and away from the ear, and we really work to press that left palm towards the floor, feel that length all the way down through the neck. It's a great way to open up the ear canals too. So if anybody's suffering from colds or allergies or anything, this is great to help open up those ear canals. Inhale, extend right arm. Lift the left. As you exhale, open the arms out to a T. Flex your wrists. Hollow the tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back, chin down. Inhale it open and reach. Exhale, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release the hands, relax the weight of the head. Inhale, sweep the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms overhead as you hinge up tall. Exhale, release that right hand to the floor, left arm up and over. Gaze towards the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, left hand down, right arm up and over. Keeping that right hip pressing towards the floor, long stretch. Inhale, both arms come up, reach to the sky. Once again, exhale, open the arms out to a T. Flex the wrists, hollow the tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back. Inhale it, open and reach. This time as you exhale, let's flow forward and come up onto all fours. To a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, core is strong. We inhale to cow pose. Tummy towards the floor, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Keep the core muscles strong. As you exhale, lift your spine, hollow your tummy and chest, tuck your chin. Inhale it back to cow, keeping the core strong. Just slowly moving between these two poses. Articulating those vertebrae one at a time. Using your full breath to reach the top of the pose. Let's do one more each direction. Last cat. Coming back to that neutral spine. Core remaining strong, we shift our weight to our right hand. Left hand sweeps through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor. We rotate our bodies and extend right arm to the sky. As we come into our thread the needle, working to stack those shoulders as best we can and reach as high as we can. Now, if by having that arm extended, that's too much, just leave your hand down. Find your breath. Your breath is going to let you know if you're right where you should be, if there's a little more room to play, or if we need to back off. As you exhale, slowly release that right hand down. Press it back up to tabletop. Center your weight, and we're going to shift it to the other side. Shifting your weight to that left hand. Right hand sweeps through, shoulder to the floor, side of the head to the floor, right, and then rotate, extending left arm to the sky. Now, where does your gaze need to be? Always taking care of that neck. Finding that breath. Feel that extension out of the shoulder up through the tips of your fingers. As you exhale, slowly release that left hand down. Press it back to tabletop. Center your weight and sit it back to child's pose, extending those arms out nice and long. Hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the floor. Now you might notice we're going to spend pretty much the entire time on our bottoms or our knees. We don't really need to get up into a standing position. You can, but we can also just do it down on the bottom. Sometimes it's really good just to get some floor work in. As you're ready, slowly walk your hands up. Once again, let's come over onto our bottom. Crossing those legs out in front. Now we're going to take whatever leg is in front. Let's stay together. And we'll use that right leg. And we're going to bring that right foot to just below that left knee. And we're going to cross, if it feels right to you, to the top of the knee. Otherwise, keep it to the bottom of the knee. We sit up nice and tall. We're going to wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee, and we're going to pull it in nice and tight. Now this is where we get into the hips a little bit, just because those tight hips might be influenced tight back or vice versa. Now as we pull that knee in nice and tight, extend. Right arm out, lift it high. Now turn, bringing that right hand behind you, hand to the floor. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Turn your gaze towards the back of the room. And let's tuck the chin towards that right collarbone. Left shoulder pressing down and away from the ear. So we've got a lot of things going on here. Being mindful. If there's anything that's talking louder than the other, be super mindful of that. Are we where we should be? Lift your gaze, reach back with that right hand, circle that arm all the way back up and over. And release that rotation. Now we're going to switch sides, so we're going to shift that right foot out. Now that left foot's going to come to the base of the knee or cross to the top of the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee and pull it in nice and tight. Pulling that knee in tight, nice little stretch for that outer hip. Extend left arm straight out. Lift it high. Circle that left arm all the way around behind you, hand to the floor. Lengthen and lift through the crown of the head. Give yourself a little boost with that left hand. Now turn your gaze towards the back of the room, all the while pulling that knee in towards the chest. Feels right to you? Tuck your chin towards that left collarbone. Breathe. Inhale, extend, lifting that left arm straight back. Lift your gaze. Now circle that arm all the way back up and over, releasing that rotation to face forward. Rock back to your bottom, extend both legs out nice and wide. So adjust yourself on your mat however you need to. Now we want to make sure that we are not leaning back so we're resting on our tailbone, but rather we are able to sit up nice and tall. So visualize your pelvis kind of as a bowl, and you'd rather spill out the front of the bowl than spill out the back of the bowl. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. Little bit of a pelvic tilt forward if that feels better to you. Again, always wanting to go forward rather than back. Now if it feels right, just keep your feet soft. If you like, flex those feet. That's just going to intensify things. Now as you flex those feet, give it a whirl. Feel that length down the back of the legs. Feel how that intensifies, activating the quads, activating the calves. Now soften your feet. Quads are soft. Maybe not quite so intense for the hamstrings. So what's right for you? We're going to bring that left hand forward, right hand behind, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. If you like those feet flexed, go ahead and flex them. Now we're going to rotate as much as we can rotate. So shift those hands however you need to. Noticing how the body responds. Is it right? Do you need to back up? Now you can stay right here. Or if you like, start to walk your hands forward. Working to place the center of the tummy and chest onto that right leg. Now as you hinge forward, you might need to soften your feet. If you can keep those feet flexed, go for it. Relax the weight of the upper body down. As you work to center your upper body onto that right leg, notice maybe a nice little stretch in that lower back. Definitely a hamstring stretch. Now we lift just slightly, turn towards front, back of that right shoulder along the inside of your thigh. Palm side up, we're going to slide our hand underneath our leg, ankle, outside of the foot, circling that left arm up and over. Now we're going to work to roll that left shoulder back just as far as we can get it. Now that doesn't mean it can't come forward. It absolutely can. But we're going to work to roll it open. So the more we can stack those shoulders, the more you're going to feel that amazing stretch down that left side. Gazing towards the sky, if that's okay on your neck, otherwise straight ahead, or you can even look down to find that right leg. Let's inhale it up, reach to the sky. As you exhale, turn towards that left leg, right hand forward, left hand behind. Use those arms as kind of a little kickstand. Again, do we need to point those feet? Do we need to soften the feet? Can we keep them flexed? Sit up nice and tall. Now turn towards that left leg. Use your arms for support. Feel that length. You'll feel your core engaged as well. Now, if it's right for you, start to walk the hands forward, working to place the center of your tummy and chest onto that left leg. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Let your head be heavy. Breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly. Turn towards center, back of that left shoulder along the inside of the left leg. Palm side up, slide your hand underneath your calf, ankle, or take a hold of the sole of the foot. Right arm circles up and over. Reaching towards those toes, rolling that right shoulder back. Where does your gaze need to be? You can close your eyes. Just feel that great stretch all the way down the side into that right side of the lower back. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Soften your feet. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Flex your wrists, hollow your tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back. Inhale it open and reach. One more time, just like that. Exhale, open those arms out to a T. Flex the wrists, hollow the tummy and chest, press your palms forward, spine back. Inhale it open and reach. Pulling those hands down through heart center. Go ahead and close your eyes. Hands come to the floor. And we're going to ever so slowly begin to walk those hands forward. So as you wish, if we have really tight hips, tight groin, you can have a stack of blankets or towels or pillows or anything you like out in front of you, because I really want you to be able to just come forward and release the weight of your upper body down. Relaxing the weight of the head, the weight of the torso. You can rest on your forearms, or again, use those stacks of blankets, pillows. You can put it on pause and grab whatever you need and then come right back in. We just want to let go through that lower back, through the spine, through the hips, through the groin. So there's a whole lot of different places that you can feel this stretch here. But ultimately, we want it to be a surrender in rather than a force or anything that causes you frustration or wishing you could go deeper so that you could actually relax. We want you to relax. Take as much time here as you need. And then slowly, slowly begin to walk your hands back up. Sitting up nice and tall, rocking back to close those legs. Extend your legs out nice and long. Reach to the sky. As you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Reach it out. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Find your breath. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet. Open the arms out to a T. Flex the wrists. Hollow the tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back. Cross the wrists. Bring the hands together. Interlace your fingers. Reach your knuckles forward, spine back. Inhale, rise. Reach to the sky. Notice which hand's in front. Open the arms to a T. Flex the wrists. Hollow the tummy and chest. Press your palms forward, spine back. Cross the hands in the opposite direction. Interlace your fingers. Reach your knuckles forward, spine back. Tuck your chin. Inhale, rise. Open the arms to a T and release those arms. Nice work. Let's slide up to the top of your mat. Extending those legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Now soften those feet and slowly roll it back, one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Close your eyes. Feel the strength in the belly, the strength in the glutes. Coming all the way down. Bringing the hands down by your sides. Drawing one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Bringing the hands to the shins just below your knees. Gently release your gaze out over that left shoulder. Close your eyes and let your head be heavy. Now slowly begin to take your gaze back towards the sky. And then take your gaze off in the opposite direction. Relaxing the weight of the shoulders, nestling those shoulder blades down into the mat. Just let your head be heavy. Once again, lifting the gaze back towards the sky. Releasing your hands down by your sides, bringing one foot to the floor right by your bottom, and then the other. Feet are hip width apart. We tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back is pressing into the mat. And we're going to begin to press through the heels as we lift those hips towards the sky, peeling your spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. As we come up to our bridge pose, we're resting on the back of the shoulders, the back of the head. Our buns are squeezed and those hips are high. As you exhale, slowly lower back down, one vertebra at a time. Visualize your spine as a string of pearls, and you're placing each pearl to the mat. Now, just before those hips would release and the pelvis would be soft, we're going to re-engage and press it back up. Glutes are strong. Hips are rising, peeling each vertebra, each pearl lifting off the mat one at a time. At the top, hold for just a moment, and then slowly release it back down. One vertebra, one pearl back, down at a time. So your bottom is the very last to touch. Pulling your right knee in towards your chest, and then the left. Hands come behind your legs. Extend the legs to the sky. Flex your feet. Now we can stay right here. If you like it better with those hands down to the mat, you can keep them there. If it feels right to you, we're going for length in those legs. We're going to keep the length in the legs. Feet can be flexed or soft. We're going to slowly walk our hands down the legs, towards those feet, pulling those legs in towards the upper body. Now we're working to keep those legs long, so the moment your knees need to bend, back off just a bit. Lengthen those legs. If it feels right to you, wrap the forearms around behind your calves, fingertips pointing towards the heels. We use the strength of the arms to pull those legs in. Close your eyes and breathe. So feel that stretch in the lower back, in those hamstrings. Feel that little massage, that pressure point where the body is resting against the mat in that middle back. Almost like that pressure point massage. Awesome. Slowly releasing the intensity with the arms as your spine comes back to the mat, pulling those knees in nice and tight. We keep that right knee tucked in. Extend your left leg out and down. Extending right arm out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor as you twist. Turn your gaze out over that right arm. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Wringing out any last little bit of tension or tightness anywhere. Releasing that left hand, rolling back to center. Extending right leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg. Little external rotation through that hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg down. Slow and steady. And allow it to come to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor as you twist. Turn your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes. So while we work to keep both shoulders down, that promotes that extra rotation in the spine, extra flexibility in the spine. Nice little stretch for the hip. A nice release for the neck. Releasing that right hand, slowly roll it back to center. Extending that left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg. Little external rotation through your hip. Reach out through the toes and slowly lower your leg. And allow it to come to rest. Now drawing one knee in towards your chest. And then the other. Hands behind the thighs. If rocking up is not comfortable for you, find a safe way to come up to a seated position. If rocking is okay and kind of fun, we're going to have those hands behind the thighs. We're going to pull the knees in and rock it up. Come on back to the center of your mat. And we come to a comfortable position, any place that feels right to you. So that can be butterfly, cross-legged, legs out wide, just someplace that feels good. And we're going to close our practice today in a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, resting your hands comfortably wherever you like. Close your eyes. Feel the length in your spine. Feel the release in the jaw. Jaw soft, eyes soft. Breath slow and steady. We take a moment feeling a sense of gratitude for the mind, the body, the spirit, for allowing us to take this journey today. To be willing participants in our well-being. Such a gift. We allow our minds to remain clear and our breath to just flow. A softness, an awareness, a sense of strength within the stillness. Just breathe. Slowly, gently, our breath deepens once again. We feel the weight of our bodies resting against the earth. We feel the length in the spine, hands resting. Softness in the eyes and the length and depth of the breath. As we bring our awareness back, we bring along with us that sense of peace and balance. And as we bring our practice to a close today, I like to finish with just a few words. These words today are brought to us by Cheryl Richardson. Count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more love, joy, and prosperity. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky, and exhale, thumbs to heart center. I thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. I hope your back feels great, your neck feels amazing, the tension is gone. There's a lightness in your spirit. Until the next time, take care of you. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you, which means namaste.